here. Do you ever put your friends' business out on social media?
Yeah.
Why?
They do it to me.
Who?
Young Miami.
No, she don't.
Yeah, she do.
What she say about you?
She say a lot.
No, she don't.
She put my personal business out there. That's how I started Crucial Please, because she just kept naming multiple men that I was dating just to the world.
So you a cheater?
No, I was dating multiple men. I would have to
At
be
what
in a
time?
relationship to be cheating on somebody.
Right.
I'm a bachelor, an eligible bachelor. That's a
Question right here. Do you ever put your friend's business out on social media? Yeah. Why? They do it to me. Who? You on Miami? No, she don't. Yes, she do. What she say about you? She say a lot. No, she don't. She put my personal business out there. That's how I started Carrie Shaw Please. 'Cause she just kept naming multiple men that I was dating just to the world. Why? So, you're a cheater? No, I was dating multiple men. I had to be in a relationship to be cheating on somebody. Emichim. I'm a bachelor. A eligible bachelor. That's a drug. Y'all, Saucy Santana just pulled up with receipts on Young Miami's situation with Diddy, and it is 10 times worse than we could have ever imagined. Santana and Miami got named in Diddy's ongoing trial, and there are reports that Jane Doe's confessions have the feds looking into them. Well, it turns out that Santana is not about that city girl life, and he's not about to go down in Miami. And he's been singing like a canary. And y'all, did he pull up with the receipts? But when Santana spoke, he didn't just expect us to believe him. No, it turns out that he has probably been expecting to get caught. He pulled up with multiple videos, audios, voicemails, voice messages, emails, and even screenshots of text messages between him, Miami, and Diddy. And it's not looking good for Miss Young Miami City Girl. But if she thought that she had Santana on her side, well, she is in for a major shocker, because the material girl has the receipts and had everybody gagged. So, did she really try to pimp Santana and other men to Diddy? And has she secretly been the one seeing Diddy in prison? Y'all, Santana, here's all the details. So, let's get into it, y'all. Now, I'm not going to lie. It's low-key wild to see Santana turn on Young Miami like that because they were besties. Or at least they claim to be. But then, it's a dog-eat-dog type of situation when it comes to jail time. And Santana is not about to go down with Young Miami. But why did it take him so long to speak out about Miami and Diddy? Well, it probably has something to do with him in Miami being named in court by a Jane Doe who had some shocking things to say. While she was given her testimony, Jane Doe made it explicitly clear that Diddy and Young Miami were a serious item. Young Miami has been trying to convince us all in the past couple of months that she and Diddy were just casually messing around. But according to Jane Doe, it was way more serious than that. Now, according to reports, Diddy's alleged former girlfriend identified as Jane Doe in court testified that his highly publicized relationship with Young Miami was difficult for her because it appeared monogamous while their relationship was kept a secret, and that was really tough to watch, she said in court. That was not something I signed up for. I did not sign up to be with the man who was in a public relationship. She also claimed that after seeing Diddy give Young Miami a Maybach, she confronted him, asked for Van Cleef jewelry, and received it. Y'all, this is messy, but what exactly does it have to do with Santana? Well, according to court documents, Jane hinted that Saucy Santana allegedly works as an escort for rappers, if you know what I mean. And y'all want to take a guess at who introduced him to that lifestyle? Miss Young Miami, allegedly. Well, according to Jane Doe, she allegedly knew Santana from Diddy's freak-offs because he supposedly worked as an escort at these freak-offs. She was surprised when she attended a freak-off thrown by another famous rapper and she met Santana Material Girl right then and there. Allegedly, he was working that party, too. Now, while she didn't outrightly name who the rapper was, she made it clear that he was in Diddy's inner circle and is a world-famous iconic rapper. According reports, Jane Doe faced intense questioning over the night in January 2024 when she allegedly found herself in a Las Vegas hotel room with another world-famous rapper, a male escort, and a group of other people. The rapper wasn't identified by name, but Call's lawyer, Timmy Garagos, referred to him as an icon in the music industry. The witness said the trip was to celebrate the birthday of the rapper's girlfriend or wife, echoing prior testimony. She described her surprise when the festivities included a male entertainer whom Combs had hired for the 3 days known as a hotel nights that she and Combs engaged in during their 3.5-year relationship. Jane said she and Combs knew the escort sometimes traveled with the rapper and his significant other, but she was still taken aback when she saw him at the birthday dinner. Y'all, but get this. It seems like Santana snitched on her to Diddy after she attended the freak-off with another rapper because the next thing she knew, Diddy was calling her all upset about how she went and did her thing with another rapper. According to reports, Combs felt betrayed and had asked Jane, "How could you go to another man's freak-off?" Upset, Combs allegedly added, "I can't believe you went outside of us." Yeah, this is not looking good for Saucy Santana because fans immediately started to clown him for being for hire as a 304 for rappers. Well, now Santana is openly gay, so that's not the surprising part. Fans are now saying though that Santana's career isn't going nearly as well as he would like us to think. And he allegedly makes his money by working as an escort for rich men. Well, it turns out that Santana has no plans to go down alone because allegedly he's spilling all tea on his bestie Miami and how she allegedly pulled him into that lifestyle. Now, since Diddy's arrest, young Miami has been trying to distance herself from Diddy, claiming that whatever they had wasn't that deep. But Santana is now claiming that it in fact was that deep and she loved every minute of it. And honestly, it's not that hard to believe Santana's alleged claims because Miami herself has had a long history of bragging about how she and Diddy were together real bad. She even bragged about how sure she was that he would propose to her because in an interview she said, "People don't know us. They don't know what the F we got going on. I mean, they're like, shut the F up. Y'all don't know what we have going on. Me and him going to be married. Boom. No, I'm just saying." Now, Diddy even claimed her as his shy __ when she was getting clowned after he had a baby with another woman back in 2022. He tweeted, "Young Miami is not my side chick. Never has been, never will be. She's very important and special to me. And I don't play about my show you up. I don't discuss things on the internet and I will not start today. So think what you want, but know that if you do something to hurt mine, I'm going to come to your house. We're going to talk about it like human beings. Love." Y'all heard that Kid Cody testimony, right? I don't think you want Diddy coming to your house to talk to you. But this is kind of strange that she's out here trying to distance herself and act like she was in Diddy's booth. But Santana was not done yet because he also pointed out how her name came up multiple times in Diddy's lawsuits, especially the one filed by Lil Rod. Now, the document said on another occasion in Miami, Florida on Thanksgiving night of 2022, Mr. Combs asked Mr. Jones and Doris Taylor to enter the studio bathroom. He asked them for a $100 bill because he wanted them to do nose candy with him. Mr. Jones was scared, but luckily he didn't have a $100 bill. So, Mr. Combs waited a little later to do nose candy with young Miami. According to Santana, he never does nose candy with Diddy because he never touched that kind of stuff. But that was not the only thing that Little Rose said about Miami. He also accused young Miami of allegedly helping Diddy to transport substances as well as bringing substances to Diddy whenever he needed them, no matter where he was. And according to court documents, plaintiff on the Combs RICO enterprise were rehearsing for something in the Water Festival in Virginia. The court filing reads, Plaintiff Jones personally witnessed Mr. Combs do a few lines of nose candy in his dressing room. Defendant Sean Combs wanted a toy, but Brandon forgot it. So defendant Christina Carorum called young Miami, who then brought it on the private jet from Miami. Now, as crazy as this might sound, it's not exactly shocking according to multiple reports. Miami and Santana fell out a couple of years ago and it all had to do with Diddy. Now at the time it was unclear what exactly caused the fallout because neither one of them was willing to talk about it at the time. But this time around it's looking like Santana is willing to spill all tea because he's just that desperate. According to him, the fallout happened because Miami was supposedly trying to pressure him into a relationship with Diddy. According to him, he wasn't exactly interested in Diddy that way, especially because Diddy already had a thing with Miami. But allegedly, Miami continued to push and push to the point where Santana supposedly got weirded out and they had a messy falling out. Now, it's unclear how they got back together, but allegedly they did, and Santana got with Day after that, allegedly. But the interesting thing about this is that Santana is not the only person that young Miami tried to pimp out to Diddy. Allegedly, there are reports that she tried to do the same thing with Crow. Yeah, that croissant. We know that Khan hangs out with some big names in the industry like Lil Baby, but it was still a surprise to see her at one of Diddy's parties back in 2023. There was this weird interaction between her and Diddy that seemed kind of weird because it was like he was trying to kiss her and she looked super uncomfortable with it. However, she clearly had a blast at the event because the videos that were posted a couple hours later showed she and young Miami were